Chapter 22, the Grand File Chapter Part 2 of Flipperama, which I will show you. Actually, I might show you this. A fistful of nose hairs. What the frick, Dave Pilkey? Ew! A sky high. Kicking the guy. That is disgusting, because I know he's a bad guy, but like, oh, imagine this happened to you! Jeez, man, the tooth hurts. Oh my god! Now we get to the part that everyone was waiting for. Chapter 23, how the universe really began. Slanger time to be might have been ginormous and powerful, but he was no match for two Captain Underpants. He fell to his massive robotic knees in a thunderous cloud of agonizing defeat. But Slanger time to be wasn't ready to give up just yet. He reached down to his control panel and pressed the nuclear bomb button, which is conveniently located between the strawberry milkshake and the low-fat mad chocolate chip cookie dispenser. Suddenly, a panel at the rear of the Robobox was opened up, and a 160-ton thermonuclear bomb emerged.
Slanger defeated me!
The Slanger time to be pressed the button that started the countdown to doomsday.
But I'll still get the last laugh!
Suddenly, a light on the side of the bomb began to flash red once again. A computerized voice emanated from the bomb's army system began the countdown once more.
This bomb will detonate in 60 seconds,
said the voice. No! The last of all his bombs went off and killed all the dinosaurs! But this bomb is way bigger than the last one, cried Harold. This bomb could blow up the entire planet!
This bomb will detonate in 45 seconds,
said the voice.
Correction!
This line indicated to me.
I just activated my graviton levitator, which will give this bomb more destructive powers than a supernova. This thing's gonna blow up our entire galaxy!
This bomb will detonate in 30 seconds,
said the computerized voice. Worked on the gun! Well, Mr. George, it was fun while it lasted. So long, old friend. Bye, said Harold. As the two friends shook hands, a huge gust of wind almost blew them over. Swoosh! It was Crackers and Sulu. George and Harold's pants swooshed by them as they flew up to the opening of the radioactive Roboboxes and fluttered down to the command center inside. Sulu's bionic brain quickly figured out the complex control panel of the Tickle Time Travelometer, and together the two animal friends began mashing down the runs on the switchboard.
This bomb will detonate in 15 seconds,
said the computerized voice as Crackers feverishly packed at the controls. Finally, Sulu pushed down hard on the away we go button, and the radioactive Roboboxes were enveloped in one more gigantic ball of blue light. Suddenly, the radioactive Roboboxers and their three occupants were zapped back in time 13.7 billion years ago. Back to a time before time existed. Before anything existed. There was no Earth, no sun, no planets, no universe. There was nothing at all. Except for the computerized countdown 160-ton thermonuclear bomb.
This bomb will detonate in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Chapter 24. To make a long story short, Chapter 25. The Big Kaploosh Theory. The heat from the exploding supernova caused the universe to spring into existence and expand rapidly. As it expanded, it also began to cool, allowing its energy to be converted to lots of different subatomic particles. It wasn't long before these particles combined to form atoms, which combined to form matter, which combined to form stars and planets, and you and me and everything around us. Scientists usually refer to this event as the Big Bang Theory. But to be honest, the explosion sounded way more like a kabloosh than a simple bang. I guess you just had to be there. Chapter 26. What have we learned today? Remember the beginning of this book I told you you'd be smarter by page 210 than the world's most brilliant scientists? Well, congratulations! You now know what killed the dinosaurs, who started the last ice age, and how our universe actually began. Unfortunately, this information is not something you can use for any practical benefits. So if you ever get tested on this stuff in school, please don't answer with the truths. I can guarantee you it will not go well. Because this is the unfortunate fate of super smart people like us. There's rarely a place where we can use our vast knowledge, so we must be content to simply roll our eyes at people, shake our heads patronizingly, and sing that inspiring old song, I'm smarter than you! For your convenience, sheet music has been provided on the following page. Now let's get back to our other heroes, shall we? In chapter 27. Meanwhile, 30 years from now... Oh my god, they keep saying it wrong. It's 8 years. Where'd they go? Cried George as he looked up into the sky where the Timmy's radioactive Roboboxers had just stood. They disappeared, said Harold. They just vanished without a trace. Captain Underpants and his beardy old twin flew down to George and Harold. What are we going to do now? Asked old Captain Underpants. Why don't you go fly into that school and splash some water on your face? Said Harold. Sure thing, boss, said old Captain Underpants. He flew straight to the nearest drink and found it. In no time at all, he returned to his crabby old self. Well, said George, what are we going to do now? We're stuck in the future without a time machine. George, said Harold as he looked down at Cracker's neck. We got no money, no identification, no nothing, said George. George, said Harold again, looking closer into the nest. It's not like we could just go back to school and start off where he left off, said George. George, said Harold the third time. What? Asked George finally. Harold pointed the nest that Sula had made for Crackers. In the center of the nest were 3 purple and orange speckled eggs. George's mouth dropped open. What are those? He cried. I guess Crackers wasn't sick after all, said Harold. He was pregnant. Well, Crackers is a boy. Boy can lay eggs. Maybe Crackers is a girl, said Harold. Oh, yeah, said George. I guess that would make more sense. See, now they finally know that Crackers is a girl. Because, remember, back in Book 8, she did the opposite of what she was hypnotized to do, like Miss Ribble did in Book 5. Anyway, George and Harold carefully picked up the eggs and examined them. We've got to keep these eggs warm until Crackers and Sula get back, said George. But we don't know where they went, said Harold. We don't know if they will be back. Then we're just going to have to raise these eggs on our own, said George. That's the least we can do. Spoiler alert, they don't come back. They committed the ultimate sacrifice and they died. R.I.P. Crackers and Sulu. Chapter 28. The final chapter of the very last Captain Underpants epic novel.
We both know that's not true, and my legal team is gathering evidence as we speak.
George and Harold and Captain Underpants each held an egg close to their bodies to keep them warm. Then they started walking. Where are we going to go? Asked Harold. I guess we should try our houses first, said George. Maybe our parents still live there. Good idea, said Harold. Suddenly, a brilliant ball of flashing light appeared in front of them. The flashing got more and more intense until it exploded with a blast of crackling lightning. And there, where the flashing ball of light had been, was a gigantic glow-in-the-dark robotic squid. The top of the robot squid opened, and George and Harold's nemesis, Melvin, sneakily popped his head up. Greetings, said Melvin. I have come from the past to bring you guys back home. Hey, wait a minute, said George incredulously. How did you know where to find us? Let's just say an old friend led me to you, said Melvin. Okay, said George. Works for me, said Harold. You see, Melvin continued, when I designed Sula's robotic endoskeleton, I installed a boring, said George, interrupting. Yeah, said Harold. We stopped listening like 10 seconds ago. Well, listen to this, Melvin shouted as he reached down and grabbed our heroes with his robo-squid arms. You 3 losers and your precious eggs are coming with me. Where are you taking us? Cried George. You'll see soon enough. Melvin laughed maniacally. You'll see soon enough. Suddenly, the gigantic glow-in-the-dark time-traveling super squid began to shake and sputter in a buzzing ball of electrified light. Oh no! Cried George. Here I go again! Cried Harold. Oh, wait a minute. Well, what's really happening here? Well, no. But this book was brought to you by Dave Pilkey, the creator of the entire Underpants series. Read the books. Enjoy the books. Read the spin-offs. Enjoy the spin-offs. And I'll see you next week where I read the next book. Counter the rest of the tyrannical retaliation of the Super 2000. I'll see you there. Goodbye. Do you like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.